We all have our favorite person or passage from the Bible, perhaps because the story challenges us, or we identify with the person, or simply because we find inspiration from a particular line. My favorite character is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 9, the father of the child with a mute spirit. Desperate, he has brought his son to Jesus' disciples in the hope that they can heal his son, who is suffering greatly. The man says to Jesus, after his disciples have not been able to heal his son, "If you can do anything, have pity on us and help us." Notice us, right? Not just directly his son. We'll get to that later. To which Jesus replies, "All things are possible to him who believes," prompting the line from the Father that I come back to regularly, "I believe, help my unbelief." This line has taught me a great deal about faith in Jesus Christ for three primary reasons. First, the Father is honest and recognizes his limitations. It's easy in the life of faith to start to feel like I've got it all figured out, like unbelief isn't a problem for me anymore. This lie is one easily sold to me by the devil, though, because unbelief this side of the grave will always pop up. It's far too ingrained in our fallen human nature. Yet here the Father of the Son gives me a great example of recognizing that even if I am on the way, I must always rely on the grace of God to carry me further. Second, even in his desperation and in his limitations, the Father knows where to go, or rather, to whom he should go. We aren't told that he asked the disciples to heal his unbelief. He asked them to heal his son, something he knew they should be capable of doing in Jesus' name. The Lord himself, however, he knew that his desperate cry to increase his faith was one the Lord could address. It's a tendency of mine to seek improvement in the life of faith from pretty much everywhere except Jesus. As if I read one particular book, or find just the right podcast, or talk about the right things with the right friends, or find just the right YouTube series of videos, or get settled in the right habit or New Year's resolution, somehow I'll see my unbelief go away. When in reality, this Father in Mark 9 has been pointing to us throughout the last 2 millennia. Go to Jesus. He's the only one who can help. This brings me to the final point. It is so vitally important for us to pray for one another. Notice that the Father doesn't say, "Oh yes, Lord, no problem, my son does truly believe, now go ahead, please heal him." The pivot shifts right away. We go from, "Please heal my son," Jesus says all things are possible for those who believe, to, "Yes, Lord, increase my belief." The Father recognizes the important role he plays in the life of his son. His belief is directly correlated somehow to his son's healing. Now, the mistake here would be to reduce this to a transactional thing. The Father gives belief, the Lord gives healing, and the Son comes out of the deal healed. Therefore, if we believe, the Lord will heal those we love and they'll come out of the deal unscathed. If we don't believe, the Lord won't heal those who we love. As if we just need to pay the right amount of faith dollars to get the product we're seeking. If we reduce our faith to a mere transactional process like this, we've gone off track. Jesus isn't a dealer of God's love. He is God's love incarnate. So when I pray to the Lord, "I believe, help my unbelief," something I've made a personal prayer as I approach the Eucharist, Mass, it can't just be about me. It needs to be about all those who I carry the message of the Lord to every day. I seek the Lord's increase of my belief so that I may more sincerely and more transparently minister to my family, my neighborhood, my friends, my co-workers, and really everybody. And so that is why for me, the character I look to in the scriptures is the Father of the Son with a mute spirit from Mark chapter 9.